These days, many relationships are falling apart, not because the people do not love each other, but here's the issue: they just do not understand each other. The frustration is real. People are hurting, confused, and emotionally exhausted. Friends, you can love someone and still feel completely disconnected. I've been there many years ago. I've experienced this. So what if the real reason relationships are falling apart is just not what you think? You're feeling alone, lonely, apprehensive, maybe even worn out, craving attention from him while he's silently battling for his peace. In this video, I'm sharing the real reason behind why men sometimes pull away and why women often feel unappreciated, neglected, and hurt. The disconnect occurs because men and women see the world differently. But when both sides understand and respect each other's needs, tension decreases and connection grows. She needs attention, but he needs peace. And this silent difference is breaking relationships every day. Honestly, some men often deal with battles they fight every day. They deal with it internally and they keep it to themselves, choosing to go inward as they struggle with financial concerns, health issues, family, their jobs, and a host of other concerns. But many women have similar concerns and just want a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear, a heart that shows empathy and concern. She wants to share, but he wants his space. This video is for anyone who feels frustrated, misunderstood, or emotionally disconnected, and who wants clarity, understanding, and harmony. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am Angie Marie, a Jamaican woman who has lived across cultures and seen these dynamics up close. I'm a certified life coach, and if you want help with your relationships, to connect with me, go ahead and set up a one-on-one with me, or you could check out my books or my courses. Thank you so much. I've noticed something powerful. When women and men understand and respect each other's needs and differences, relationships can actually feel peaceful instead of tense. Today, I'll share 3 principles that bring clarity and foster understanding and unity in a world already filled with chaos. Stick with me to the end. I believe the 3rd principle is the most powerful because it gives clear directions and answers. Let's dive in. Principle number 1, we need to acknowledge that both needs are valid. Her desire for attention is really about feeling loved, seen, and appreciated. On the other hand, his desire for peace is about preserving his mental, emotional, and even cultural balance. Conflict only begins when these needs are misinterpreted as criticism or rejection. The key is this: recognize both sides. One is not wrong and one is not selfish. They're simply different expressions of love and survival. So here's the real conflict. At first glance, these needs seem completely opposite. She wants closeness, connection, validation, and he wants space, calm, peace. I remember a couple I met in Ghana. She kept asking for more attention while he quietly withdrew to deal with stress. And without understanding what was really happening, frustration started to build. For many men, especially Afro-Caribbean men, including Haitian and Jamaican men, culture and upbringing teach self-reliance, resilience, and protecting emotional energy. Even here in the US, we see the same thing. When pressure rises, many men step back, while women often interpret that as indifference or rejection. And that's where the misunderstanding begins. So the question is, how do we close the gap? We need to have compromise on both sides. We need to have understanding, peace, patience with each other, and both partners need to be willing to do that instead of pointing fingers at the other person. 2, love doesn't always look the same. Especially in Afro-Caribbean cultures, men often express love through their actions. They express love through providing, protecting, and solving problems. Have you ever noticed that sometimes as a woman, you may share something with a guy just because you want a listening ear, you want to vent, and immediately the man starts thinking about solutions. What is he supposed to do? What is he going to do? It's a masculine trait. All right. However, we need to understand that it's not always through words that a man shows his love. Okay. On the other hand, many women desire verbal affirmation. They want consistent attention and shared emotional space. And when these two expressions don't align, love can be misread. But hey, the truth is this: love is there. It just looks different. All right. Okay, let's move on to principle number 3, and this is very important. We need to understand that space does not mean rejection. Many men need quiet time to process. They need space from pressure. Remember this, they face pressure out there in the world when they go out to work and just dealing with life. So when a woman also puts pressure on them, the man feels as if he's about to explode. On the other hand, what the woman often sees is withdrawal or indifference. The way we're looking at it is not necessarily what it is. In reality, it's often a survival instinct. And this is important for both sides to understand, because when there's open communication and mutual respect for these differences, relationships begin to shift from conflict to connection. How do we bring balance into our relationships? First, pause before judgment. Don't assume that distance means disinterest. Second, observe actions. Pay attention to how love is being shown through care, support, and stability. Consistency, loyalty. Communicate your needs clearly. Share what makes you feel valued. Check your assumptions. Look at culture, upbringing, and life experiences. All of these things shape behavior. When you do this, women feel seen, men feel understood, and relationships can truly thrive. At the end of the day, she needs attention and he needs peace. If we can both provide that for each other, we have a solution to a problem. Both are valid and both can exist in the same relationship. It's about creating understanding. If this resonated with you, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs this message. I'd love to hear from you. Have you experienced this dynamic in your relationship? How do you balance attention and peace? Thank you so much for staying with me to the end of this video. I pray and trust that you have enjoyed this video and will be able to have the kind of life and relationship that you want and deserve. This is Angie Marie, and I'll see you soon in the next video.